Need to show up.
We're ready. Our place is staged.
Hi, everybody.
Everything looks. We
It's
need like
Monday
more
night. Look,
photos.
If we do this, it looks like we read more.
Should I sit on a couple of pillows to make me look like taller so that we can? No, I'm not doing that.
I think you're okay.
Yeah.
Taller, not tall. This is, I think everybody's camera does this, but when you're sitting together, like with more than one person, like we have to sit really close in order to just
We
look
have
like we're
to sit really close.
It's true.
I don't know.
Just to look like we're in the same
You
place.
want to sit really
I love
close.
sitting next
Should
to
we get
you.
Noni in here?
We just live next to each other. I know my mom's in town, but she does not want to be viewed on camera. That's okay. We won't make her. All right. What are you guys doing tonight other than obviously tuning in with us? We did dinner.
Are you looked into the right one? Yeah, you are.
Our kids are upstairs. They are watching Secret Life of Pets. Yeah. And it's Monday night, and every day I'm oiling. So we're excited to be with you guys because, I don't know, Mondays have become a good rhythm.
It has been.
I like Mondays now. This week, you guys get to spend time, well, mostly with just me. Bo will be on here too.
I will.
But
I won't talk a lot.
Next week, I always like to pitch what's coming up next. You're going to meet with us here next week at 8 p.m. And I'm going to double check the schedule that I don't get you excited about this and then get it wrong. Okay. So yeah. So my friend Kelly Couch, you guys know her from this channel. Her husband helped us build out so many things. So Andrew worked on the ceiling with us.
Mm-hmm.
We just did a consult video about the banisters.
Yep.
So Kelly is one of our great friends who introduced us to oils alongside of our midwife. And she's been an intrepid investigator, researcher for us. Her background is in emergency medicine. She's a physician assistant, and she's working right now on jumping back into that pretty proactively alongside of health coaching. So she's going to come and share a lot about their story in regards to mold toxicity, how they struggle with toxic load. And she's going to take a look at what are the top 10 things or top 7 things, I think, of that you might not suspect are toxic in your day-to-day life. Things that you encounter every single day that totally have an influence on your body. Tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about that in regards to your hormones. And she's just going to bring it next week. So come back here.
That's
next Monday with me and Kelly Couch. It'll be the Kelly Show. And she's going to be available to talk about, all your questions, especially regarding how do we combat this day-to-day toxic issue. And tonight, we're going to do a much smaller version of that.
Who's in? You guys give us in the chat.
We're not doing that yet.
You're not doing that yet?
You're interrupting.
Okay.
But I don't mind it. We're just not there yet.
Okay.
So tonight, we're going to do a much smaller scale of that. And we're going to talk about hormones, and some of that's going to be influenced by toxicity. First, before we begin, what should they do?
Go. Say you're here in the chat.
In the chat.
Or maybe the chat's this way for you. But for us, it's this way.
This way.
So say who you are,
why you're here, what you want to know, where you're from, your favorite color, your favorite farm animal. I feel like we could just keep going on and on as we get to know each other.
What's your favorite farm animal?
That's a really good question. I want alpacas. Did I tell you guys this? Did I tell you how badly I want alpacas?
She won't let me get ducks or a pig.
Okay, so Jen.
But you will let us get an alpaca.
Yeah. Jen and I, Jen is at Sunshine Farm, New York.
Spin on you.
She introduced me to this really amazing Instagram account where everything is alpacas. It's the cutest thing I've ever seen, and they might be part of our ag exemption.
We got to call the county. Dude, you guys have joined. There was nobody here for the first 5 minutes of Kelly talking, and now everybody's here.
It's only been 4 minutes. It's been 4 minutes of me talking, and here we are all
We were
together.
so lonely; it felt like an eternity.
So you guys are going to give him a complex. He really has a thing when people don't show up. Meanwhile, I'm a mom, and I'm used to talking with no one listening to me, so it's pretty common.
Okay,
you guys Can we take a hot minute and just say hi to all of you?
Yes. I'm going to go get
Karen
coffee.
from Quebec. This is exciting. Oh, yes. Busy Little House. Yes.
I love that name, Busy Little House. I'll be back.
Drew and Ashley Bodder. They're on our team. Guys, I'm so glad you're here. Okay, Renee, you played super fun. Renee says she's from Friendswood. She likes purple. Favorite animal is chicken or worms. You know what, Renee? I don't think enough people would say that worms are their favorite farm animal, but all of us love them, need them, and want them. So they should earn a rightful place. You want a donkey. Do you really, Botterfs, want a donkey? Our neighbor does. And this is how they call her. Are you ready? Their donkey is really pretty. She's a painted donkey, brown and white. And they call her Jacinta. And Jacinta talks back, and it's wonderful.
Does it talk back?
Trisha, you're a friend of Daddykirbs. Great. So glad you're here. Absolutely. We have coffee. Ashley Butter, do you think I would do a Monday Night Live every day I'm oiling without coffee? Come on now. Casey from Houston. Casey, I got to talk with you today. That makes me so happy. Okay, y'all played the color and favorite animal way better than I thought you would. I thought I was just being obnoxious, and obviously I was being cooler than I really thought I was. All right, Jason Chappell's here. He wants to learn about doTERRA and the shed to house. You've come to the right place, my friend. Very cool. Hey, Tracy. Glad you guys are here. I'm assuming Judy is with you too, and that makes me super happy. Ooh, Brooke Botter wants a St. Bernard. Girl, I saw the cutest account with St. Bernards on it today. And my comment was, I want to be as chill as that dog.
Should we have gotten a St. Bernard? No, we just want to.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's nothing wrong with them. I just can't imagine having a St. Bernard. They're big dogs. That's right. My mom's saying my childhood dog we thought was a St. Bernard. Turned out she was like a border collie mix. Kalita, I don't know you from Eve or Adam, but quite frankly, you just said that we're your favorite YouTube couple, and I am honored because there are some amazing YouTube couples, and that is a super great way to help me start off a tougher oils subject, and I am excited that you said that. But honestly, we're really glad you're here. We're going to say this again at the end, but I have to say it at the beginning because sometimes you guys miss this. So we get asked a lot, like, hot. Yeah, I can see this steam coming out.
I would burn my tongue. Hot.
Do you see that? I feel like most of us would have said, hey, let's wait on that. I hope you're okay at the end of this. We say this, but a lot of you guys wind up missing it because life happens and you get here or there by the end of this call. But we get asked a lot, like, why did you name Chip Chip? Or, why did you choose Shed to House? Or why do you call yourselves Better Together? So this came out of our oils business, and we realized we could totally sell oils and it would be fine. But we could build a team of people who really love and are passionate about others and helping people feel better. And we would be much better together. Yes. That we would go farther together. And then that overflowed into our family life when Bo came home and built doTERRA full time. It was better together. All our projects in building this house has been better together. And that's just what God lined out. So we really do believe that it's better together because you're here. You guys giving feedback, telling us your favorite color is olive, and telling us about like the little things going on your farm. That is so cool. So if you're here for hormones, good timing. I'm going to introduce to you why hormones are not just hot flashes and lady problems. We're going to talk about hormones for the whole family and how they're really affecting some unseen things that you might not have considered in the first place. And then we're going to leave lots of time at the end for Q&A tonight because we just miss having our lives and like talking to you guys and hearing about what you care about, what you want to see more of. Every time we do a live with you, we get cool ideas. Oh, we could even tell them about our projects in the next 2 weeks.
Someone asked a question.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Madeline?
Yes. Answer that question.
Okay. I'm going to tell you what Madeline's question is, and then I'm going to come back to it later.
Answer the question.
Do y'all see, Madeline, you're his favorite person right now. Would I ever buy a cow or goat for our farm? Obviously, the answer is possibly, right? Like the answer is
alpaca, yes.
Most likely alpaca, 100% yes.
Emu,
I don't know. I just feel like Jake does it so well. Do you guys follow White House on the Hill?
I'm not talking about for YouTube.
But I'm saying Jake does it so well. I think anything that I would do would be like I would feel like I was failing.
Here's the thing about the emus.
So well.
We're going on a topic. So
I like how you said we were. This is absolutely.
Totally.
I want to make sure we tell you about farm animals. We've got an update on projects. There's a really big project going on next, and then some small things that we learned in the last 2 weeks. So make sure you stick around for this. Because that's the most fun for us.
But I'm going to put a link here in the chat.
Casey, you put a goat emoji up on here, girl.
Nice.
That was good.
I think that's here. I'm going to actually double check and make sure.
Yes, Butters. I saw that you have, is it Brooke that's on here? Okay, so before we start, I want to shout out to a couple of people that you're going to see in the feed. These are people that we've gotten to connect with actually on YouTube, of all places, y'all. This has been the most bizarre, wonderful way to meet our people. Like, if you've ever had thoughts about homesteading or doing things a little bit against the grain and you think, I'm the only one, just go to YouTube and not like the weird, like, one person dropped one video one time in like 2011. Go and you're going to see in the comments of legit pages, like you're going to find your people in all the comments. This is where we've connected with so many of you. It's not even just from ours, but like Justin Rhodes and Roots and Refuge and following
the Haulers.
So many of you have become our friends just because we follow the same people and we've gotten to meet in the comments. So don't be afraid to shout out in the comments, but you're going to see some people that we've come to know and love. So I want to point out the Botter Homestead. They are on our doTERRA team and they're getting ready to launch their business in a really cool way. Casey Contreras and I think we shouted out to you last week, but we just got to spend a couple hours. The time went by way too fast talking about oils today and her passion and profession to integrate modern healthcare with some sort of ancient wisdom, this modern apothecary that we find in essential oils, just to help people along the way with stress and what?
And she knows how to do sourdough bread?
Yes, Casey, teach us about sourdough because, boy, we're in a hot mess over here. Tracy Wallen, she and Judy are on here, and we just got them their oils about a week ago. You guys should be getting this in really soon if you haven't gotten them already. That's exciting. And I think I've seen all of you. You guys might see a couple other team members who are moderators, and they're going to be on here to just let you know, like maybe they're answering your questions. Here's how you utilize the chat. If you've never been to one of these before, you got the chat going right here. If you haven't already chimed in, then go ahead and let us know who you are and where you're from. Bo's going to post a link to a giveaway because tonight we're giving away my second favorite, maybe it's the third, it ties for second, favorite citrus oil, and this is grapefruit. So the way you're going to win grapefruit is go put your info in the comment over there. If you want us to talk with you one-on-one, kind of like a video chat like this, except we get to see you and like talk back and forth and talk to you about your specific oil needs, then make sure you send us an email at bettertogetherlife@gmail.com. And we'll set up a one-on-one, usually about 30 minutes, where we just talk back and forth about what's most important to you with oils, and we help you get the oils that you need.
So go enter into the drawing on the link in the comments.
A drawing on the link in the comments. So we'll probably like talk through some topics about oils for a few minutes, and then we'll come back to these questions on the chat. So let us know, what are your hormone questions about oils? We're not experts, but I've really been studying up on this for the last month or so about how to bring you guys the most accurate information about essential oils and hormones, and then sharing with you some resources that I found. I've got a really great book that I want to connect you with, and some helpful websites. So yeah, Melanie's already a fan. Awesome.
Comment somewhere over here. The busy little house said I'm pointing the wrong way.
Oh.
For us, it's this way.
Ours is this way.
So maybe it
Yours
rotates. So I want to know, I'm on the left side of the screen right now. When we're looking at it, am I on the right side of the screen? Does it flip
And you're on my left side.
And don't you hate it whenever it flips and like your face looks weird?
I don't understand how it does.
It's like, that's not me. It's just like,
I don't understand
but is that how people see you?
Or like if you hold up, I could do it right now. If I hold up, this is, I don't think that's meant to be right there. No.
Oh, I didn't want to lose your spot.
Okay, just put this here. Tell us if this looks backwards or forwards.
Because right now for us, it looks backwards. It is. They do flip it.
Flips.
Okay, that looks.
I think there's a way in my computer. Okay, we are tangenting, guys. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to pull up my notes here because I don't want to miss anything important. Go ahead and take care of that. Okay. Okay. Oh, actually hit this first and then take care of that.
Right.
Just a sec. All right. So you're going to see a couple moderators on the side. And if you guys see anybody that needs to hit the road jack, then you just let us know. So lives are really fun because it's our chance to pull out away from YouTube that's just one-sided and start engaging with people who care about the same kind of stuff as us. So if that's you and you've got questions, don't hesitate to ask right there. And you can ask us the questions in the chat, and then we'll come back to this as we're talking through tonight. So I'm going to pull up my notes because I don't want to miss anything that was really important as we're talking tonight. But we're going to talk about essential oils for the whole family. And I think this is something that we miss out on because we hear the words hormones and we think just women. So if I said essential oils and hormones, most of you would like tune out because you're like, oh, here's the Brothertons talking about oils and I'm a dude and I'm not that interested. Or right?
Just honest.
Or I'm a woman and I'm doing just fine. So you don't think a lot about it. But there's a lot of things that we can sort of peel back the layers to find out what is influencing our hormones and what do our hormones actually influence in ourselves from person to person. So yes, hormones.
Peel back the layers of an onion that make you cry.
Like in Shrek.
Yes.
I don't think we're gonna cry tonight. That'd be really weird. I don't think my hormones make me cry. I think I just cry like cooking onions. It's just sadness. Like it's just a reaction. It's not like real sadness. So, okay, this is going to be so hard with Bo because he's going to be like the time that we started talking about dryer balls on here, and it's going to be a whole thing, guys.
No, I will be. I'm going to drink hot coffee.
Do it. Put something in front of your face. All right. So hormones aren't just hot flashes, and they're not just a women thing. In the last couple of months, I've listened to speakers talk about foundational nutrition and health, talk about the toxic load that we experience just from day to day. And when I talk about that, I mean like your hormones are influenced by everything from the water that you drink to the air that you breathe, your work environment, the people around you. All of these things are influencing your body, and your hormones aren't just, a monthly thing that come up and go away. Your hormones influence literally all systems of your body, regardless of gender. Oh, thank you. That was a good idea. Bo's doing something technical. So regardless of gender, they're going to be one of the first messengers in the body to be negative influenced by external factors. So some of what we experience with hormone imbalance is genetic. Like, if you've got this genetic trait, your mom dealt with this, your dad dealt with this, I had hair loss in this, and yada, yada. These are all hormones, right? But very few of our hormones that are genetic are not able to be influenced in a positive way by what we do starting today and moving forward. So let's just take a quick inventory of how you felt in the last week, maybe the last 2 weeks. If you're taking notes, this is a really good time to just write down your thoughts. How about the people in your household? How have they been feeling in the last week? Maybe the last month. Maybe you guys have somebody in your house that's been in a funk for quite some time, right? Because we're busy, the people around us are experiencing the same things. And these things are easy to overlook just because we assume this is like, oh, we're in a really hard season, or I'm really busy at work right now, or I've got a lot going on. So we forget some of these like really simple things. How about brain fog? Have you walked into the room in the last couple of weeks and thought, oh, I don't remember why I'm here? Or have you had a hard time completing tasks, right? These aren't always hormone related, but I'm going to show you how they're connected in a lot of situations. What about like a prolonged period of sadness? Maybe you experienced something emotionally traumatic and it's been just something that's hard to get over. We were just talking about this we had tornadoes here the other day, literally firing like possible tornado cells all around our house. And if you guys have been with us for a while, you know that took us right back to Harvey, where we had how old was Finn? 4 months?
Yep.
She was tiny. She was just a baby, maybe even 3 months at that time. And we had all of our babies in a bathtub in the middle of our house, on and off for 2 days. And I'll tell you what
drinking
hormone
wine
played,
and eating muffins.
What hormone played into that was adrenaline, was cortisol. These are not just gender-specific hormones. These are things that are in every age, in every stage. This is how we are wired, right? So prolonged periods of sadness or feeling like out of it, apathy, right? That's a real feeling that every age and gender experiences. Anxious feelings, feeling disconnected. These are obviously like negative emotional experiences or outputs, but a lot of times they can have a hormone connection. And more specifically than that, our environment and our life experience can influence those hormones as well. So let's take a look at that. Today we're going to look at what hidden factors are around you that are influencing your hormones in a negative way. How can we intervene? How can oils help our body come back to this balanced place? Because we should all have kind of a neutral zone, a landing spot, a really even place in our hormones, something that's balanced. But instead, we're jumping back and forth and rarely hitting that homeostasis, that balanced place for a prolonged period of time. And that can be something that continues to influence stress over and over and over. So I want to give you a couple of resources that I think are helpful. If you guys, actually, here's this. If you guys want to know resources for this kind of thing, just type resources in the chat. So we'll hold off on a hot second before I go down talking about stuff that you don't care about. Tonight, I'll cover hormones for sure. Hang around for the Q&A because you're going to want to know about our progress on the Homestead. And then we're going to make sure that if you guys need oils, we're going to help you get that tonight. I'm kind of sad that I'm doing this chat with just us because we've had phenomenal people since the beginning of March from our team presenting oils and different topics, from oils on the brain to oils in the classroom and teaching kids, to what do we have? A DIY night. We've got another one of those coming up with my sister. I'm super excited about that. And every time we get to learn something more from people who we've been able to build business with. And that's really exciting. Tonight, it's just me, but I want to give you a couple of resources.
Just you.
It's just me in a great way. I mean, not like that's down, but I thrive. Like I wouldn't say I'm like 100% extrovert all the time, but I totally get jazzed up when we get to talk to you guys, when we get to connect with other people. That's like my lifeline. So I really love that. Okay, I got a couple people say they want resources. So here's the first one. It is called the Essential Oils Hormone Solution. Let's see that. It's by Dr. Maritza Snyder. And here's the thing that I think is really important. When you're looking at resources for essential oils, if you want to go to a medical professional to find out about essential oils, look up, especially someone local, look up somebody who's using essential oils in their practice. It's going to be really hard for you to find somebody who's like, yeah, I'm jazzed about essential oils when they just don't know about it. It's the same kind of thing when you tell your pediatrician, hey, my kid's stomach gets upset when he eats grains, so we cut out grains. And then your pediatrician says, well, then where does he get his carbs? Well, that might not be the best person to talk to about diet and healthy gut with your kid because they don't they don't have that connection. So go to the people who are like-minded as you, but medical professionals, right? That's a great place to go.
Are you speaking from
personal experience? We may, and then wrote literally the book on it. Another place to go is obviously doTERRA.com. And if you click on the Wellness Advocates tab, don't worry, you're not going to get like sucked into the business. This is just our resource page. You can go here and you can listen to hours and hours, if you like to binge, of webinars and podcasts on essential oils. And there are essential oil topics on hormones, healthy hormone balance. If you are friends with us on Facebook, we can hook you up with a really phenomenal presentation that our friend Kelly gave on healthy hormones for the whole family. And that was an inspiration for this talk tonight.
Type of resource, but
yeah, we'll be a resource as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, these resources will be online afterwards. Absolutely. So Jason asked, will we have this available? Absolutely. You'll be able to.
Yeah. And I'll try to put some of these books on Amazon link in the comments below, like after this video is done.
Yes. Okay. Carrie Vosick just jumped on here. If you guys loved the DIY event, I would rather DIE than DIY. Carrie Vosick is in the house, and she is going to be one of your happy helper moderators. And you can ask questions to her as you like, and then just connect to all these resources that we're sharing right now.
The dryer ball queen.
Yeah. So I've gotten to listen to Dr. Maritza Snyder talk a lot. If you're in the Houston area, this is just a recommendation. Dr. Noelle Boyd is a phenomenal physician in the area. She's an OB-GYN, and she uses essential oils. She uses them with her patients, and she's a doTERRA advocate. And she spoke, gosh, it was like 3 hours, 3-hour event, and she spoke for about 45 minutes. Just on like our supplements alone. So I'll touch on those briefly. But we're going to look at hormones as a whole. Remember, we're not doctors. So there's nothing that I am sharing that you guys can't find out on your own. But I think that if you are hungry for research and you want to be the person who's able to access the answers, then there's no way that you can't dig in to find the answers you're looking for. If you're hitting a snag and someone's not validating your concerns, then you reach further in and you find the people who will hear what you're concerned with, and they will validate you, and they will continue to support you as you find the answers. There are physicians who do care and who want to hear. And there are some exciting things that doTERRA is doing across the country, depending on you where you are, opening up clinics that have integrated healthcare with medical physicians and essential oils as part of their protocol, looking at the whole person. And that's what we want to take a look at tonight. So something that's really critical as we peel back these layers, we look at our environment and we look at our person as a whole, not just isolating hormones or isolating diet or using that same silo effect and looking just at exercise. We tend to do this in our Western medical care. Like we've talked about this. Bo has a lot of head and neck tension. Mm-hmm. And when we were just seeing the chiropractor for the head and neck tension, we were isolating his issue and you weren't seeing the progress.
No. Not at all.
Yeah.
I think I went to like
3
or 4 different specialists, and I never saw any kind of progress.
And then we started changing our diet. Mm-hmm. You started getting up from the computer. So like you imagine if you're a video producer, you're kind of like this, like all day long, especially here because we have terrible setup for Bo's office. But he's got this tense ball here. And then we learned about his physiology, and he's got like a freaky extra disc in his neck. This is probably more than you guys wanted to hear. But this is an example of our story where we were looking at just one thing. I have this head and neck tension, and I'm using oils for it, and I'm using a chiropractor for it, but I'm not seeing the results that I want. So instead, it was this, how do we release the tension? How do we strengthen other muscles and look at Bo as a whole?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you experience, I haven't asked you in a while, do you experience that same kind of like
not
ongoing pain that you had for so long?
Well, cleaning up our diet. This has been some of the best, eliminating stress.
Moving to the country where you don't have Chick-fil-A down the street has really helped.
And also moving to the country where, you know, we don't have all of the stress of what, you know, suburbia has.
Yeah.
You know, good and bad, because you're kind of just homebodies and you don't go anywhere very often.
You have a different kind of stress.
Yes,
I think you're going to have stress no matter what. You didn't know that that's what you're segueing me into. But stress, in terms of hormones, is the number one influencer in how you feel, in how your hormones respond. So we were talking about this just a minute ago. Stress is the term that we use when things put pressure on us. So you can have physical stress, where your body is just not operating the way it should be physically. You can have emotional stress, where an outside influence or a pain from the past hasn't been processed properly, and that continues to create stress on our emotions, which actually connects to our body. If you guys have been watching us for any length of time, you'll know that I really believe in this sort of like three-legged stool, where we've got mental, emotional, we've got mental strength and health, or mental wellness, emotional health, and then physical health. And like a three-legged stool, if one of these is out, the legs fall down and the stool falls over. But in turn, if we nourish even one of those areas, we're taking care of the whole. That's what we want to do as we talk about unpacking hormones and how they affect our body. Your stress hormones, your cortisol level, your adrenaline, they work together. But we've mentioned this before, and I think it bears repeating, that our lifestyle, suburbs, urban areas, even rural areas, we have the internet now, guys. We don't have this normal rhythm of wake with the sun and sleep with the sun. We don't get the rest that we need. If we did that, if we woke with the sun and we slept with the sun, y'all, we'd be getting 10, 12 hours of rest. Hey, this is half calf. I don't feel any guilt for this. I feel no guilt, and I'm not an addict, and I could quit anytime I want. In that saying, we have a lot of influences that keep that adrenaline very high. So when I mentioned brain fog before, this is just our mental wellness. This is how our brain operates. And in a similar way, when we keep that adrenaline high, when our fight or flight is firing all day long, and we sit in front of a screen before bed, your body is not able to slow down in the way that it should. So we want to have essential oils and food and exercise that help us find that natural sleep rhythm, that natural rest rhythm, because stress is going to be unavoidable, but not infinite, and not something that we can't consciously deal with. So here are some conscious ways to address hormone levels related to stress, because stress is going to affect your reproductive hormones. It's going to affect your stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. It's going to affect the hormones that help you to feel happy, serotonin and dopamine, right? These are things that help us feel good. The same stress, either physical or emotional stress, is also going to affect the way that we process. We're going to talk about weight loss in just a minute. The way that we process nutrients into our bodies. So it's really important to take a look at the whole person. How is stress affecting our hormones? Not just, man, how's my progesterone and my estrogen, or estrogen and progesterone? It's not as simple as that. It's how is my whole person doing? So I invite you into that conversation about the whole person. So stress is going to come from a lot of places: emotional trauma, physical stress, combined with adequate nutrition. Think about this. Have you ever had a physical injury? And then how did you feel? I tore my ACL and my meniscus athlete. And when that happened, oh my gosh, my whole world spun off its axis. And I was like, well, what's the purpose if I can't play soccer anymore? What am I going to do now that this thing is taken away? There was an identity pull there, right? But more than that, I had a really hard time feeling happy because I couldn't physically get up and move my body. So if you guys have had a membership overview with me, you know that one of the top things we talk about is exercise and nutrition. And it's not because I am like super passionate about exercise and nutrition. I'm super passionate about people feeling better, and having the most information that they can to make informed decisions. So when we talk about exercise and nutrition, I mean, how much exercise do I do? I'm so going to get in trouble here.
Do you want to know Kelly's 2018 physical fitness goal? Do you really?
You invited it.
So Kelly, it was mid. Are the Botters?
Almost right.
No. You were close. I mean, that was so.
It was way more ambitious than that.
Yes.
Ashley.
So we were already telling Drew and Ashley.
I like Nurse Kimberly already.
So Kelly, it was in the summer of last year. Kelly says, I want to tell you my goal, and I want you to hold me accountable for this goal. It was in a joking way. She said,
okay.
She said, I want, by the end of the year, I want to be able to do 2 push-ups.
It's very ambitious.
I mean, like today? She's like, no, like by the end of the year, I want to be able to do 2 push-ups back to back.
Yeah.
So that
Needless
is where
I did not
I've been giving her the
goal.
pitchfork like every morning. Hey, there's a big giant mountain of wood chips out there. We need it spread.
And this is what we've done. So we have shifted, instead of exercise, instead of the gym and the treadmill, it's shifted to, are we moving our body? Are we engaging these just that pressure
in our
on
tiny house? Are we moving our body?
We are moving our body all the time. See, Nurse Kimberly said, you have kids. That's right, girl. You're right. And in that to say, these are all going to play a factor in how well you process toxins out of your body, how well your hormones respond because they're not inhibited by those toxins. So stress is a thing that we're all going to experience. We can't avoid stresses, but we can process, let those emotions, and we always say this, you can let those emotions land, but you can't let them live with you, or they have to pay rent. So in that way, let stress land, process it in a healthy way, and then move forward, let it lift and go on to the next thing. Here are some essential oils that can help you with stress, because remember, stress is going to impact your reproductive health. It's going to impact your ability to calm down at the end of the day, to cope with change. Stress is going to impact your hormones, even influencing your digestion and your mental acuity. This is all integral to how you feel on a day-to-day basis. So here's a great list of essential oils for hormone support to help you reduce stress. You guys ready? Take your little notes. Yep. Okay, bergamot, clary sage. Clary sage is really commonly known for women who are in labor, and it's usually known as the oil to avoid during pregnancy. Clary sage can help your body to induce labor. For most women, this is not going to be an issue unless you have preterm labor issues. So if you have been known to go into preterm labor, then you absolutely avoid clary sage like the plague until you are ready to go into labor. But for most women who are not prone to preterm labor, this isn't a scary thing. You can be near a bottle of clary sage and you'll be fine. But in general, it's a great hormone support oil. In just a second, I'll talk about what oils can do and what they can't do, and this might clear some things up. Frankincense, phenomenal oil that's going to do a lot of different things, but specifically in this, going to help you to reduce stress and enter into a more calm state. Lavender, everybody knows it. If you've been to Bath & Body Works, you're familiar. doTERRA's lavender is going to kick any lavender experience you've had to the curb. Wild orange. I'm a citrus girl, guys. Let us know. Are you more floral? Do you like florals or do you like citrus? It's the reason we're giving away grapefruit tonight. This is the jam. If you haven't entered to win grapefruit tonight, go ahead and scroll up in the comments. You're going to go to doterra.com/giveaway, and we're going to give away one of these bad boys tonight. So here's a great diffuser blend. Try 3 drops of lavender, 2 drops of clary sage, and 2 drops of cedarwood. It's one of the favorite things that I have enjoyed about Dr. Mariza's book. This is going to sound like this is the only book that I like care about with essential oils and hormones. It's just the one that was the most helpful at this stage of my life. I've done essential oils and hormones for like pregnancy and postpartum. We've used it for everything, but I really like this book right now. And I think it's a maybe even a top seller on Amazon. So these 3 oils in your diffuser, this book was chock full of oil blends for the diffuser or for your skin. So essential oils and stress. Stress is the #1 influencer on your hormones. And if you can do that right, if you can find a way to reduce your stress, maybe you can't quit your job, but maybe you can use an oil on the way home from work. Maybe you can keep it in your purse or get a essential oil diffuser jewelry. I have a necklace that I really like. It's just a lava stone, and I put oils on that, and that's where I go. People are really familiar with using perfumes. Essential oils have replaced my perfumes for the reason that I'm about to share. When I found out the working in perfumes that were really harming my body. Okay, I'm going to scroll up and catch some comments. All right. Oh, busy little house. I'm so happy for your mother. That's amazing. Congratulations. Yes, we do have a bathroom office, Ashley. That is so for real. Bo hasn't been in the bathroom office since he posted today's video.
Okay. Nurse Kimberly did say something.
I think Carrie might have helped with that already.
Okay, I thought so.
Oils for head and neck tension, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to hear us talk a lot. If this is your first one, we're going to talk in really general terms because that's how we can stay compliant and we can keep these videos posted. If we get real specific, your chats are totally fine. Ask whatever you want in the chat, but we won't speak super specifically to that issue. If you want further support, let's set up a one-on-one time to talk because we want to help you.
Yeah, just email us bettertogetherlife@gmail.com. Mm-hmm. I'll even put it in the chat here in a bit, but that's
We'll hop on a video chat with you, 30 minutes, and just talk about the things that are most important to you. But it's not because we don't want to answer. It's because we want this video to be helpful for as many people as possible.
I want to say this right now. I want to give like some love and shout out to my amazing wife. For you ladies and guys that we've hung out with, if you've had a one-on-one with my bride, put down in the comments how just flippin' amazing she is one-on-one whenever you're able to go through all of the specific stuff. So
if it's been helpful, let other people know because we want to make sure. And if it hasn't been helpful, let us know so that we can get better at it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's Kimberly. I love that you just jumped onto this because you have jumped in with really awesome comments. So
Nurse Kimberly has been helpful to our she's been part of our channel forever.
I know. I'm loving
long
this.
Time.
But I love when you guys get on the live because it's a totally different time to get to chat. See, I like you, Jason. 2 push-ups are better than no push-ups. But let's be honest, I did not even do 2 push-ups. I don't know what I need upper body strength for. I don't know.
Just set the goal and achieve
Casey, I love this. When you guys chat back and forth about your own remedies, guys, this is so cool. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. So Nurse Kimberly, Carrie has some really good essential oils that she uses specifically for that and even how she applies it. So Carrie, if you're on and you can chat this, can you talk about how you apply oils? I've actually had Carrie come to my house while I was in tears one night, which is very rare for me with some head and neck tension. And she just came and busted me up, guys, for real.
Well, and I would even say, Nurse Kimberly, if you would want to get in touch with Carrie, email us and we'll connect you guys. And Carrie knows a lot about that.
Yeah. So Nurse Kimberly, some of the things that you could do is peppermint on your thumb. Press your thumb to the roof of your mouth. That's going to help to open your sinuses so that you feel like you can breathe more clearly, right? It's also going to help to release tension points in the head and in the neck. And then we have an oil called Deep Blue. This is one we were just talking about the other day. So Deep Blue comes in. Actually, it's a promo this month. If you don't have your oils already, then go to whoever told you about tonight and get in on this promo because you're going to get this oil I'm about to describe for free when you enroll with one of the kits that we recommend. So Deep Blue comes in an oil, and then it comes in a cream, like a lotion that has the oil in it. The lotion, you literally need a pea-size amount, and it will help from the base of your skull all the way down your trapezius. It covers a really large area. And then these oils all help support a healthy inflammatory response. So if your body is really working hard to get over that, then this is going to just come alongside it, complement what your body needs, and your body's going to begin to heal itself, right? So deep blue rub right on your neck, right at the base of your skull. You can even put this where you hold tension along your jawline. And the oil is really great, especially on the head. So wherever you're feeling that cranial tension, you can put the oil right there. If you're using just the oil, I hope you guys have heard this from me before. Always apply essential oils with a carrier oil when you put it on your skin. Yep, you're right. Deep blue for sure. There's another blend called Past Tense. Deep blue is the oil that you're going to get for free. But all those menthol oils are going to be really great to help reduce that head and neck tension. And from what I understand, if you get ahead of that, at the first sign of that discomfort, then you're going to be much more successful at overcoming that. So, for example, that peppermint on the roof of your mouth is going to be super cooling. It's going to be like an Altoid on steroid if you've never used a little bit of peppermint on the roof of your mouth. And then drinking cold water can also help with that. Okay, I think we answered all those questions.
I don't know if it was Jason mentioned something about, hormones for the whole family. He mentioned, is dogs count as the whole family?
I would say oils are absolutely usable with dogs. You're going to use it in a very different fashion. In fact, we're going to do a whole chat. I want to say it is the 21st. So yes, next week, we're going to talk about detoxifying your house. So taking the toxic things and throwing them out. And then the next week, the 21st, we're going to talk about oils and animals. So don't miss that. Come back. Stephanie and I both have listened to talks by Dr. Janet Rourke. She's a vet out of Austin who uses essential oils in her practice. And you're going to hear a lot about oils with your four-legged people, how we've used them with our, I guess rabbits are four-legged. But even with our chickens and animals. So we've got some homesteady tips for you guys with oils and animals. Mm-hmm. Easiest tip is less is more.
All right.
Okay.
Someone said something about if they don't do well with coconut.
Oh yeah, some other options.
Yeah.
Would be grapeseed oil, jojoba oil, olive oil, and avocado oil. These last two are really very thick oils. So if you need an oil to penetrate and hydrate differently, then these are great oils. I most prefer fractionated coconut oil for a couple of reasons. The first is I can pre-mix my own personal blends. So for example, I've got this. I like the darker bottles after I learned about how darker bottles can protect your oils better. So I recommend dark bottles instead of these light ones. But this is coconut oil mixed with deep blue. You can barely even tell, but deep blue and frankincense in here. And we call it Deep Blue Light. And I just mixed a blend of essential oils here and then filled it the rest of the way with coconut. If I use my Costco brand coconut, it's going to get solid when it's cold. And I don't want that because then it's really hard to roll. You can warm it up, it's fine. But I like doTERRA's fractionated coconut oil because it's liquid all the time and it doesn't stain your clothes. And I think that's really helpful. But you get all those anti-yeast, antibacterial, antifungal properties of coconut oil that you love still in a liquid form. And I think that's really helpful for people.
I wonder if they would have any kind of different experience with fractionated coconut oil than the typical.
Yeah, Jason, no sweat. You can use the you could use almond oil, any kind of fatty plant-based oil. So essential oils are going to be aromatic. They're going to evaporate really quickly.
Oh, no.
But if you use a fatty oil, you can use honestly you could use a Crisco if you really needed to. That's lard, but just something fatty to help carry it across the skin and prevent any dilution in the future. Don't really use Crisco, guys. But jojoba oil, the oils that you're used to using in like lotions, if those are safe for you and you don't have problems with that, you can use that. Even an unscented lotion is a really good way to use your oils topically. Just kind of like you need very little with 1 drop of essential oil. So I like something like that. Okay, don't know about doTERRA. Will you be doing a from the very beginning of doTERRA? Yeah, we'll talk about how much it costs tonight, Nurse Kimberly. So as you have questions about it, like shoot them here, because for sure we're going to talk about prices. I'm not a big like bait and switch. I don't want to like drag you into all the great things about oils and then tell you how much it costs. All of this is really easily available, but these are such topic like targeted conversations. Like on specific topics. So we'll talk about like how these oils fit in and how you can get them. But basically it's like a membership, and we consider doTERRA's membership like Costco or Sam's Club. You don't have to order every month. You don't have to buy all the things in order to keep a discount. You just get 25% off retail. So we'll tell you more about that. If that's something you're like, I know I need these oils, then we'll make sure that we give you the opportunity to get that tonight. And then for those of you who are not already on our team, this is what we have to offer. Not only like you can come here if you use another company, come here if you just want to know us, or if you want to know more about specific oil related content, come. You don't have to be on our team for that. But if you do want the support that we have to offer, this is what we do. Once you get your oils, we set up a membership overview. We take about 45 minutes to an hour, and then we talk face to face. We open up the oils you have, create a paper plan for you, so you have a little cheat sheet to come back to when you want to know more. We plug you into our online groups that are exclusive to our team. We plug you into our program so that you can continue to learn about oils. This is just the beginning of the conversation when you get enrolled. And then when you're on our team, like, we're yours. This is your source to not only come to and learn more, but to bring other people to. It's really like community matters a lot to us. So we just care that you have the information you need to make your best decisions. And part of that is ongoing connection and relationship. So there's lots more to keep learning. You won't learn it all in a day. But if you're like, I need oils like yesterday, then we really want to help you get that, because the best way to take that next step forward is to actually have them in your home. We've seen people are most successful with essential oils when they have them. So
they usually don't work.
Yeah, right? It's really hard to lurk when you just think about them. But when you can actually open that bottle and breathe it in, surprise, surprise, you're so much more successful at it. Yeah, avocado is pretty fatty. Try the jojoba oil, Jason. It's going to be a lot lighter on your skin. And you guys, like, if you guys have other carrier oils, share them with Jason so he doesn't die using coconut oil. That's really important. Busy Little Homestead, no sweat. We have a family movie night every Friday. So you guys go enjoy yours and send us an email if we can help you with anything.
Yep. See y'all. Thanks for hanging.
Yeah. Mineral oil would not be my choice of carrier oil. I just don't think they're as effective. And I think that they're not super great on the skin, but I don't have a lot of experience with it. So I don't want to sound like the pediatrician who said, where are they getting their carbs? I don't have a lot of experience with mineral oil. I mostly hear about it like in the kitchen, like sealing things, right? Like when people have butcher block or something, is that what you seal it with maybe? Oh, Casey, you're precious. It was a 2-hour membership overview, but it was so fun. I couldn't stop talking to you. Casey has really awesome dogs, and she's a really, really cool job. So hearing about like just who she is and how she rocks was cool today.
It's not always that long, but
I swear, Casey,
Kelly,
I will never take up 2 hours of your time again. It was just too much fun. We have amazing teeth. Do you know why, Busy Little Homestead? Because we use
the doTERRA toothpaste.
doTERRA's On Guard toothpaste.
And electric toothbrushes,
yes.
I guess.
Yes, Sonicare. Like a desert island with my On Guard toothpaste and Sonicare would make me really happy.
And we eat fairly decent.
Yeah. But yes, thank you for your comment on our amazing teeth. I don't think I've ever gotten that, and I really appreciate it. Yeah. Like, you guys, I'm coming to YouTube on a bad day. Okay, are you guys cool if we move on to what oils can and cannot do for your hormones? Give me a thumbs up if that's a yes. Speaking of the thumbs up, how are we looking? 22 of you on, 16 thumbs up. Could be worse, guys. Could be better. Just
smash the thumbs up.
Isn't that funny? Smash the thumbs up. Okay, Jason's good to go on and hear more about what oils can and cannot do. Anybody cannot do in terms of your hormones. Now, remember, we just kind of talked about hormones for women, but your teenagers are going through hormones. Your little kids are going through hormones. If you've ever experienced what we call the leap, when like our kids are ages 8 to almost 2, and right before they're about to have a developmental leap or an emotional, like hormonal leap, they really act out. There's no difference in that in your teenagers. There's no difference in that and your menopausal woman in your life. Like your hormones influence your mood in a major way. So if I've done nothing else, I hope that I've invited all genders and all ages to the hormone conversation. Have I sold you? Do you feel like this is just a chick talk? That's right.
I know what they're good for. I just don't think I have hormones.
I don't even know what to do. I did ask him and he was like, I was like, do you know what testosterone is? I won't even tell you what his answer is. And then I was like, babe.
I am seriously this immature in all of our life.
But
I promise. I
didn't know he was not that aware. Like, I didn't know I had so much more enlightenment over this conversation. We've had our babies naturally. Like, he was there. He wasn't in the water with me, guys, but he was there.
I get it. I know that the oils work. I just don't know what goes. I am the worst.
Yes.
I know zero about biology.
It's really scary.
And I want to raise animals.
Yeah, you got a lot of learn.
I know zero.
So here's what oils can do for you. Oils can support. Oils can fill the gap. Like I said, oils are going to work with your McDonald's diet. They're going to work better with a whole food diet. They're going to work better when you're not eating crap sugar. They're going to work better when you don't fill your body with trans fats. They're going to work better when you're not exposing yourself to environmental toxins. Oils are going to supplement what your body needs, and your body's going to begin to heal itself. This is divine design. You are not an accidental repercussion of a Big Bang evolution. You are the intentional design of the one who knew you before you were formed, and he knit you together. There's nothing accidental about you. In that, these oils were in plants as Adam and Eve were walking through the garden. So their job is just to help meet our needs, and our body is going to do what it was hardwired to do, right? So when we look at oils and their purpose, they're not going to be this magic fix-it. Nope. And we've even tried, like, just get out all the oils, fix all the things. But until we looked at our people as a whole, until we looked at all the emotional stuff our kids were going through in turning age 3 to age 4 and in moving to a new place, right? There's been a lot of emotional, I wouldn't say trauma, but a lot of emotional transition in moving. And then hormones on top of it because they're growing every 5 seconds. Yep. When I look at my kid and his pants are this much shorter than they were a month ago, I know that hormones had a part to play in that, right? So our oils are going to help us. Speaking of which, we need to get new underwear for the kid because they don't fit anymore. Yeah, he did get a little. He won't stop growing. They don't stop growing. I feel like that's pretty important. All of that to say that your hormones play a huge role in how you're doing mentally, emotionally, and physically. So your oils are going to help complement. If you have growing pains with your kids, use essential oils to help them with that temporary thing that's going on. It's not going to be ongoing and it's not going to be forever. They're just going to be something that help your body through that process so that the difficulty of it is not quite as strenuous. Here's what oils can't do. Oils cannot replace hormones. It's just not how nature works. Oils can't be the replacement for the hormones you're missing. They can't be the replacement for the stress that you're going through. But hormones can, or essential oils can be helpful to balance your hormones, your gut health, can be helpful to balance your hormones. When I was going through a super dark time that was totally hormone related after Ella was born, remember, we're going to be really compliant here. But the best thing that Bo could do for me, like, it's easy for me to share, but from your perspective, what was the best thing that you did for me, like, to physically help my health and my hormones after?
To physically give you your supplements?
Yeah. Like I was in such a heavy, dark cloud, and Carrie was there too. Like, Carrie came to my house. She massaged my feet with oil. She and another friend of ours, Rachel, prayed over me. Watched my kids, fed them Chick-fil-A while we were just like in my living room doing battle with all of my heavy, heavy sadness that I was going through. It was totally hormonal related. And I couldn't open up the bottles of supplements that I'm going to share with you guys in a few minutes. I couldn't open those bottles up and put the vitamins in my hand. I couldn't get the vitamins to my mouth. Mental block there, and I just couldn't do it. And the best thing that you did for me was,
I still do it.
Yeah, you do
I take her.
But I'm not as overwhelmed as I was at that time.
But no, yeah, I would have to. That's how bad it was. I would have to, like, here you go. Yeah. Here's water. Here's water. Here's your supplements.
And you were so full of grace in that. Like, I mean, I hope I publicly thanked him for that.
Of course.
But yeah, when you have someone.
Thank you for having our babies.
You're welcome. You weren't going to do it.
No, I'm lazy like that.
Hormones.
I don't have the.
And that was something that was just so critical. So oils weren't going to replace my hormones, but that benefit that I had, the boost to my mind, the support that I had with the omegas that I was taking was so, so helpful that it did help my hormones balance out. I used a blend called Clary Calm. If you guys have ever put that on your membership order every month, this is something I don't use. I use the oil every month. I don't need to purchase it every month. It probably lasts me a whole year. But this is something, especially for ladies, it helps you as you're ramping up to your cycle, helps you with the discomfort during it, and then it just helps you balance out your hormones. Go ahead.
Can I, as I don't do this very often, but because I think it's a little bit different with things like this and guys, but I need to share to the husbands that in the first couple of years of marriage, I never experienced things like that. But once each little kid started, coming along and popping out, things like that changed.
Yeah.
And happy wife, happy life for you. And I will say so much Clary Calm.
Yeah.
Your
wife needs Clary Calm.
It just.
You get to know each other. Right?
My wife needs Clary Calm, and I'm speaking to the husbands. If
your wife needs Clary Calm, your teenager needs Clary Calm. But if we're super duper honest, the oils in Clary Calm are not necessarily going to be estrogenic. They're not going to produce estrogen. They're going to help balance hormone production through your reproductive systems. I'm being super, super generic with this, and I hope that's not doing any disservice to you guys. And with that, that is helpful for all of our kids. So I've used Clary Calm with my kids as they've been going through hormone shifts too. So boys, girls, Clary Calm is good. It's not going to turn your boys into girls. Don't freak out about that, right? We talked about myths and facts and fiction last week. And that's one of them. Oils are not going, pure oils, essential oils from doTERRA are not going to turn your boys into any sort of, have any more feminine hormones. Is that very gender relative enough? Okay, so yeah, good. A lot of people use Clary Calm. I think that's awesome. So oils are not going to replace your hormones. They are going to help all of your endocrine system work more effectively. It's also going to help cell receptors so that your body is communicating efficiently between your head, your heart, your gut. These are all part of that three-legged stool that I mentioned. And when we nourish one, we nourish the rest. I'm always going to recommend you start with diet. And this is something that comes up to our second topic, but I don't want to waste your time. So this is something that I think is really broad enough to address for men and women. But we're at that stage, like we're now into our late 30s, kind of all, I hear it goes downhill from here. But tabling and weight might just be hormonal. This is not just for girls. This is for dudes too. If you've hit past your 20s and you've tried the clean eating or you've tried exercising more, not just out of habit, but like maybe you've tried this for a good go and you did not see the results that you were looking for, it may just be hormonal related. So for guys, this looks like the beer belly, right? Almost coming from the bottom of the diaphragm on the way down to the belt line. Women, this is like the love handles on the side, even the wheat belly that you get on the front. This is hormone related. And I can't emphasize enough how beneficial essential oils can be to help you get over that plateau. When we carry around extra weight, we actually carry around extra toxins, which inhibit our overall health. So when you have environmental toxins, they store in your fat cells. So carrying extra weight is really a difficult thing for us to ever get over that plateau of even feeling better. So if you've tabled on weight loss, this could be something that's challenging for you. You may need to look not at the food that you're eating, but just a bit deeper. So here are the things that I want to invite you to consider in the last. You have a cramp. There's oils in the bathroom. Also, Ella, eat a banana and some water. Okay, I have a cramp. I think that's compliant. She's 4. So take a look deeper at these areas and just consider this for the next 2 to 3 minutes as we talk on weight loss and hormone relativity, like how they're connected. So what's in your bathroom cabinet? What's under your sink? What products are in your shower? How about your laundry room? Air fresheners, room sprays. If you are awesome at this and you are like a 10 on reducing the toxins in your house, but you work outside of your house, consider the ways that you're affected in those areas. Some of that's going to be something that you have no control over. But I want to introduce a word to you that some of you are going to know and some of you haven't ever heard of before. And this word is xenoestrogens. So a lot of us are familiar with estrogen. A lot of us are unfamiliar with xenoestrogens. And these are pseudo fake estrogens. These are synthetic estrogens that are created and in our chemicals. So a typical grocery store aisle that has cleaners for the laundry or the floor or hand soap, all of these fragrances and perfumes are going to contain xenoestrogens. And here's the thing that super sucks about these. In your cell receptors, you've got a place where estrogen in a natural cycle and a naturally occurring estrogen is going to land. And then it's going to move on. This is in men and this is in women, guys. This is not just estrogen for women. If you didn't know it and you're a dude, you have estrogen. You just have more testosterone than estrogen, right? Your body's naturally producing that. If you are experiencing this weight that I described, maybe you're carrying extra weight in your belly or you've developed the man boob, like this is for you, y'all. Xenoestrogens are in all of these typical daily household products. And when you can eliminate or clean those up with very favorite DIYs or products like doTERRA carries. Like I don't really talk about stuff that we don't use or haven't had success with, and eliminating these kinds of harmful chemicals that interrupt our hormones. And now you know hormones are affecting everything from like the way you think to the way, yes, your hot flashes or the way you digest or the way that you process toxins. Guys, it's absolutely everywhere. So the xenoestrogens are going to be something that's really harmful for your body because it inhibits your ability to process things naturally. They attach like Velcro to your cell and they don't let go. So we do have a product called phytoestrogen. It's plant-based estrogen, and that helps neutralize that xenoestrogen. I think I'm saying this exchange correctly. I think the science of it is that it helps to inhibit and neutralize that xenoestrogen. So the xenoestrogen actually lifts off the cell and allows the normal cycle, the healthy cycle of natural estrogen to launch and land, if that makes sense. So I think that sometimes we get frustrated. We think, oh, this is just what it's like to be 40. Oh, this is just what it's like in your old age. But honestly, it doesn't have to be like that when we just peel back the layer and we look a little bit deeper at what are the products that we have. And is there a better way to use a safer, more natural product. So overexposure to these means that our natural body's rhythm to produce and use estrogen is no longer cyclical. We stay in this estrogenic cycle all the time. It never launches or leaves. It just stays, right? Hey, Christina, I'm glad this is your first time here. Welcome to Essential Oils and Hormones. If you haven't been here before, since this is your first time, make sure you use the chat. Ask your questions here. You can ask us anything. And stick around because in about 5 minutes, we're going to talk about essential oils and, not essential oils in the homestead. We're going to tell you how to get this grapefruit for free. So make sure you fill out the, scroll up and see the giveaway. Grapefruit is for free tonight. And then we're going to update you guys on some of our animals and our homestead, the projects we've got coming up in a couple of days. We'll probably stick around for an extra 30 minutes if you guys want to hang out past 9:30. So that means that your rhythm is thrown off by these fake estrogens, and they're in products everywhere. If you use a room spray or a bathroom spray that is not a pure essential oil based, anything with fragrances. I mentioned perfume. I've completely replaced my perfume with essential oils, and here are my favorites. I love to use Balance and Wild Orange together. I use it right behind my ears. I think the acronym is FEW. On your feet, on your wrists, and on your ears are really good absorption points because the skin there is really happy to soak up essential oils and then distribute it throughout the whole body. Nurse Kimberly, you're making me remember, like, hey, let's do a 101 class where we talk about what oils are, how to use them, what's the most effective way, kind of like a generic, just general intro class. I'm going to do that soon. So when we're using essential oils in replacement of that, like, you can smell amazing with oils. You can kick out your terrible deodorant, guys. If you have deodorant with aluminum, you are inhibiting your natural production of hormones. Don't use it. Women, do not use this. Think of where your armpits are in proximity to a really critical organ of yours that is feminine related. You don't want aluminum in your lymph nodes. You don't want aluminum near your breasts. It's just the way it's going to go. And I know somebody just laughed because I said breast. So there you go.
Me?
No, somebody in the comments.
I'm not that.
But that's really important, especially nursing moms or women of the age where you can be having kids. Don't use that. Use a better option. If you've watched these before, you can go to the DIY video and find out what I use instead. You can use doTERRA's deodorant. I think it's phenomenal, and I've used a lot of deodorants, guys, for real.
And I would say, as a husband,
yeah, you love it.
No, yes, I love it.
Have your wife.
Be that steady guy who says, no, stop.
Use something better.
Because we had a friend who
she's my age. She's 34.
She was a part of our wedding. Yes. And I'm like, no. I'm not putting my wife. No. So super easy.
And let's talk about this for a hot minute. Like, if you're making any decisions out of fear, like, this is just our soapbox. Don't make choices out of fear. Don't move out to a homestead because you're afraid that your kids are going to get sucked into the school system and you're never going to get them back. Don't make decisions out of fear. Don't buy oils from us because you're afraid. Buy them because you're hopeful that they will help. Just do that. Do things because you're hopeful that it will help. Making choices out of fear is a really scary place to live. And it's, again, that adrenaline firing all the time. You are not hardwired to be fearful and firing and making decisions out of fear all the time. Some people might tell you there's an essential oil for fear, and I'm just going to tell you there's a Jesus for fear, and there's no essential oil that can match that kind of power. Mm-hmm. So in that, I want to encourage you in a couple of ways. Here is my little diffuser blend to help you with weight loss, or to help you use essential oils to help balance the hormones that are influencing your weight. So this is one that's fun and it's light and it's easy for your diffuser. You could put this in a roller bottle and put it on your wrists, behind your ears, on the bottoms of your feet. But I'm going to give you a caveat in just a second. So here's the diffuser blend. 2 drops cassia, 2 drops grapefruit, 1 drop peppermint, and 1 drop ginger. These are all, almost all of them, ingredients in our metabolic blend, which is called Slim and Sassy, which is just a name that does not mean you get skinny and a bad attitude. It's like, hey, we actually help to support the metabolism to do what it's meant to do, which is process nutrients and then take the waste away, right? That's important. That whole process happens. So I love this blend. But we're coming up on summer, so be careful with your citrus blends. Don't put them on your skin and then go out and work in the garden. Don't put them behind your ears and then pull your hair up. Don't put them on your wrists and then go play out in the sun. These are oils that are going to be photosensitive, and they're going to react to the sun, and you can get a really nasty burn on your skin. So don't do that. Swap them out for more mood managing oils like florals, or grounding oils like tree oils, like firs, or I really love vetiver as a grounding oil. That's a root oil. So you have a lot of options when it comes to being safe with essential oils. Absolutely, totally sounds divine. Kind of smells a little bit like Christmas. I love that cassia smell. Okay, so here are the things that I think are overall genuinely helpful. If people are asking me about essential oils and we talk about it starting at diet and nutrition, helping your hormones is actually absolutely going to be about what you don't put in your body, on your body, and around it. That's why we ask you about your medicine cabinet or your like what's under your sink, what are your household cleaning products, because all of these are going to be invisible influencers over your hormones. They're going to lead to excess weight gain, like an inability to lose weight after you plateau. It's going to lead to a decrease in libido and energy. It's going to lead to a difficulty regulating cycle of hormones, because you've got all these pseudo hormones in there that are mucking up your system, basically, keeping you from moving forward. So I recommend people get on Lifelong Vitality. Here's my spiel for doTERRA. If you don't like doTERRA and you want to hear about essential, or you want to hear about our like Homestead projects, I recommend you go get a cookie and come back with like milk and cookies, and you'll be fine. You don't have to hear about this part. But if you do care about getting good health and wellness into your home, if any of this has rung true and you don't have oils yet, then if someone else told you about tonight, go back to them. Tell them, I've got to hear about what oils I need for this. Or Kelly told me oils and I need to get them. Can you help me? If you aren't working with someone else, we want to work with you. We want to help you, and we thank you for trusting us to even share an hour with you. And then here's how you get what you need. So the things that we talk about are Lifelong Vitality. It's like critical, foundational. This is the #1 selling product at an essential oil company, and it's not an essential oil. So like doTERRA is the #1 oil company in the world, and this is their #1 selling product. And it's because it helps every single area that we talked about tonight. Bo got on this a couple years ago, and I don't know, how do you feel differently when you take Lifelong Vitality?
Well, the biggest thing is if you're not doing any work, it's just, you just feel good that you're taking a multivitamin. But it's whenever you are working, you really notice it when you're not taking it.
Yeah.
So and that's, of course, going from suburbia to here,
you drag.
I know. Oh, and honestly, we're kind of out of, just being flat out honest. We're kind of out of the habit. We don't have things really organized here in our house yet. Yeah. So I drag a lot. And so I have to remember to go and unpack our oils every single morning. So you definitely know, I notice every single time, because I work all day here, that it's not whenever I don't take it. I love it.
Like if you go a couple days, you notice it.
Yeah.
So this is a money back guarantee. There's really no risk when you get a Lifelong Vitality pack. It's 3 supplements, 3 different bottles. One is food nutrient, and it's whole food. So your body's going to recognize it as food, and it's not going to just pee out your vitamins, which happens a lot if you're taking them at the grocery store. The second is that there's like a fish oil, or I guess we would call these our omegas. Fish oil and essential oils that help your brain. Remember that brain fog I mentioned? This is a huge overcomer for that. And then the last is cellular vitality. This is really helpful because when you take cellular vitality, you don't need your sugar and your caffeine in the middle of the day. This is what's helping you get through with healthy, naturally created energy, just by taking these supplements and helping your body produce that energy from the cells. So lifelong vitality is my number one recommendation for people who are struggling in the area of hormones and want to see better results, right? But honestly, it all starts with a membership. So this is what we tell everybody. You can buy retail from us, but friends don't let friends buy retail. So if we've become friends over the last hour, I don't recommend retail because it's going to cost you more than it needs to. So we always help people get wholesale memberships. Wholesale is like Costco or Sam's Club. I saw Carrie drop this in the comments earlier, and I love the way she said it. It's like Costco or Sam's. You get what you want when you want it, and you don't have a minimum order in order to keep that membership. You don't have a monthly order that you have to purchase in order to get 25% off the retail price. You just get really great prices on oils, and instead of giant bags of popcorn from Costco or Sam's, my mom went to Costco today, and she got me a giant bag of pork rinds, and it was so delicious. But instead of a giant bag of pork rinds, you get wellness.
Your breath smells so good.
It smells so good. Your oils get delivered to your door. You don't have to go through us, but we are your oil go-to people. So when you get involved with us with oils, you get to work exclusively with us, or with someone like the Botters, or someone like Carrie Vosick on our team, where you get connected into our community and we just get to know you and you get to be known. I think that's really valuable. Then if you do want to get oils tonight, then we're going to do a giveaway. I don't know if I left it in here. Let me check it.
Giveaway. I posted the link. I did my job. A giveaway.
But if you're getting started with oils tonight with us and you're getting a kit, we recommend the Home Essentials kit and the Natural Solutions kit. Here's the two different things. Both of these are going to come with that free Deep Blue Rub and Deep Blue Oil that I mentioned earlier. We can pull up a link while Bo's chatting through our homesteading stuff. I'm going to put up links to our kits that we recommend. Only enter once tonight, Jason, but come back every week and you get something for free. So these are tiny little bottles that help you take your oils with you wherever you go. Do you see how cute these are, guys? You put a little top on it, and then you can take your lavender, your bergamot. You can take all your hormone oils with you wherever you want to go. This even fits in a backpack. So if you're a dude and you're like, I'm not carrying that on my keychain, don't do it. Just take it with discreetly. Put peppermint in your mouth when you're like falling asleep in a meeting, right? So this is what we're going to gift you when you get started with a kit tonight. So Home Essentials kit, Natural Solutions kit are going to come with the free promotion of Deep Blue and Deep Blue Rub. And these are those oils that help with the head and neck tension. And these kits actually already have Deep Blue and already have Deep Blue in them. So this is a great way to stock up so you can have them in the future. But this is a kit that we found super successful. When we got started with oils, it was because someone gave us one of these. So let us know if you want to get started with these. You can go straight to our link that I'm going to put up while Bo's chatting about our homestead. And then, and then we need to do a giveaway for our grapefruit. Does that sound good?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to get
the kits. The kits have our top 10 oils in it. This is going to be the messiest close I ever do, guys. Please go back and look at the other videos because I'm way better at it. But each of these kits is going to have the top 10 oils: frankincense, the Deep Blue we mentioned, lemon, lavender, peppermint, oregano, melaleuca. These may not be oils that you use every single day, meaning you may not need oregano for whatever junk your kid brought home from school that day, and now they're laying in bed just like miserable. You're not going to need oregano every single day, but you're going to be glad you have it when you need it. And then when you have those oils for stress, like we mentioned, frankincense, lavender, you're going to put that lemon in your water every day just so that you're helping to reduce the toxic load that you're carrying. 1 drop in your water in the morning. You're going to use that breathe because if you're like us in Texas, nothing ever dies here. So having something for respiratory support is really helpful. Digestion for an upset tummy, or when I'm using melaleuca, all the time for like all the smelly things, right? All the disinfecting. You can clean with these, eat with these. These are really helpful oils to have on hand. That natural solutions kit has all of those top 10 oils plus some, and those products that are going to help you reduce the toxic load, because you're not going to have hand soap that's making you sick. You're not going to have hair products that are making you sick. Natural solutions is how we began with doTERRA. It was actually Bo looking at it. He's like, we have to have this kit.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Home Essentials kit is a smaller kit, but it does still come with the diffuser and the top 10 oils in the big bottles. So are you ready to pull our winner?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Winner, free grapefruit. If you're excited, then say citrus in the comments. If you want to win this grapefruit, say citrus in the comments. I know. I wish we could drum roll without it. Well,
and there's a delay for them, so the comments will come a little bit.
All right. Nurse Kimberly says she wants to win citrus. That's awesome.
Here we go.
All right,
and
wiggle red. Go back.
Let's see.
This is kind of fun to draw a winner live right now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right.
All right. Karen Funny. If
Karen
your
Funny.
email is Karen Funny, Karen, you just won grapefruit, citrus oils for the jam.
Ooh.
All right. So remember, this is in one of those recipes to help curb like sugar cravings. Grapefruit's really delicious in Topo Chico, guys. This is awesome in like a citrus sorbet ice cream that you make. This is a really great one. So yay, Karen.
Yes. So Karen, email us
at bettertogetherlife@gmail.com. We did not rehearse that. That was really cheesy.
It's
like when you say, hi, I'm Kelly and
oh,
Brotherton.
Yes.
Welcome to our channel.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you guys for being on here. We joke about this, but it's for real. Like, it is better together because you're here. How boring would this have been if we were just talking to ourselves? You guys are awesome. So thank you for Christina for being on, and Jason for your awesome comments. Drew and Ashley Botter, y'all are just, I mean, you're just you, and you're amazing, and I'm so glad you're on.
Yeah, go over to Drew, the Botter Homestead. Drew and Ashley,
do that
subscribe
right
to
now.
them.
Like, open up a new tab.
Yes.
Hit youtube.com and then look up the Botter Homestead. Hit subscribe, you guys. You will not regret hitting subscribe and following the Botters. You will be so glad that you did.
Yes.
Okay, Kimberly, thank you for being on and asking awesome questions. Elaine, yay! And Carrie, as always, thank you so much for moderating because you rock my socks, guys.
So the baby just woke up.
I'm going to help with the baby.
Yes.
You're going to answer questions.
Your mom is hanging out.
Yes, I know. My mom's awesome.
So.
Okay, so I'm going to whisper to Bo things that I think I would want to talk about because they're very important. So.
This is very bizarre.
I have so many things I want to talk about. Finley woke up.
Yes, we'll bring. You want to bring her out? Is that a bad idea? That probably is a terrible idea.
Let me see how.
Yeah. Okay. So first, starting off, I think that was Linda. Yes, Linda asked about the sauerkraut. The sauerkraut is absolutely delicious. I have never had sauerkraut in my entire life. The only reason why I made it was because everybody says when you're first starting to ferment, try sauerkraut because it literally is just cabbage and salt. You just mash it down. So that was weird. You tamp it down. It was so good. We've had it on some hot dogs. We don't do bread, but we just did like a hot dog. We actually did it with some zucchini, and then we took like these sausage hot dogs that we do, and we just sliced them up and just fried them up in the skillet, and then I put that on a plate with some sauerkraut. Oh my goodness, it was good. Then we had hamburgers today. So good again. I think I was really impatient, and we only did just a quart size. No, not quart size. I don't know. It's not like the big giant gallon. It's not the huge thing. I don't know what it is. It's not the mini. It's not the small mason jars, but it's kind of like the bigger one. I did that, it's almost all gone. And it was delicious. So good. And we did it after, I think, like 7 days. I think we want to go probably 2 weeks for the next one. So it was really delicious, and I want to see how tangy and how I want to try it for longer. So we're going to do more, and I'm going to have a video of that coming up soon. So sauerkraut, awesome. Kelly wanted to mention that the incubator is going good. I don't know if I love this incubator, just being honest, because it doesn't automate the humidity, which is a huge bummer. So we kind of have to like watch it a ton, and I don't like that, to be honest. I don't like it because you have to constantly babysit it. So who knows how it's going to be. I think we need to candle them tonight. We were supposed to candle them, I think, 2 nights ago. We'll do it after this. So they will be the scary thing about this. So y'all got to help us. So Kelly, we didn't time this very well. We did not do the math and the calendaring, but these chicks, I think they're going to be born over Easter, and we're going to be in Katy because Kelly sings at our old church. They hired her to be able to be on the worship team for Easter. So somehow these chicks, I don't know. I'm really scared about this, y'all. I just don't know what to do. But these chicks, I think, so they said that the chicks will survive in the incubator for up to 72 hours because they don't need food or water for up to 72 hours. So it's very possible that these chicks are going to stay in the incubator, that they're going to be born the night that we're away. So hopefully let us know in the comments, how bad is this? What do you think we should do? Like if they're due whenever we're out of town for 48 hours, what do we do? I'm sort of freaked out about it. So we might just get like a neighbor to come, but I don't know. What do you do? If a neighbor comes, like, what can the neighbor do? So we're going to have the brooder. So I'm going to be making a video this week of doing the brooder. So we're going to have that ready to go, but just the transition, I don't think I want to transition them to a brooder and then be alone. So I'm figuring all that out. In terms of the brooder, I don't think we're going to do a heat lamp. I'm going to try this other kind of thing. I forgot what it's called. Let me see if I can find that text of what it's called. Eco Glow? Is that what it's called? Let me see. It is called where is it? It is called, I think it's called the Eco Glow. I have to look at my Amazon. But basically, it's not a heat lamp. It's something that it's supposed to mimic a mother hen. So it is called a Brinzy Eco Glow Brooder. Yes, let me see if I can show you here. It's kind of cool. I think it's going to be good. It has good reviews, I think. Someone actually said that Premier One makes another one. Let me see if I can. Trying to make this big so I can show y'all. So while that comes up, let me get into some comments and find out, see if I can show you. Well, this is a terrible image of it. You see that? So like the little chickies get under there and they just hang out, and that heats it up. So it's supposed to be safer than a heat lamp. So let me know in the let me know in the chat over here of what do you think? Is that a good idea, bad idea? Should we do the heat lamp? Just heat lamp freaks me out like that's going to burn down my house. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go back to the comments, see what everybody says. Citrus, yeah, we're back to there. On mobile, you have to close the chat to hit the thumbs up. Okay. Does it matter? Med? Okay, here we go. Oh, that sounds good. Oh. Okay, Jason, I was researching shipping container homes last night and found you guys. Oh, great, Jason. I'm glad that you found it. Yes. I did have a video that went viral, semi-viral, I guess. It didn't go viral. I hate saying that. I had a video that got like 300,000 views in a couple of days. It's the one it's the shed thing that I saw at Home Depot. And so I'm glad that a lot of people are new. So this is great. I'm glad. Hopefully, I guess you maybe have found us from one of those videos. You've watched nearly 30 videos. Oh, so you're the one. So thank you, Jason, for watching those. Okay, I've made it. So good. A chance to check out Texas Bushcraft. Okay. Rock Blades. I need to eat. Sorry, we got super sick last week, like super bad, super sick. So I haven't been able to get back to you. I'll definitely get back to you, Rock Blades. Let's see. No, Jason, I found them through. Okay, so Nurse Kimberly through Justin Rhodes and the Great American Farm Tour. Yes, Nurse Kimberly, you've been with us for a long time, long time. Sauerkraut on pork chops. David, yes. Oh my goodness, that sounds so good. Wow, pork chops, sauerkraut. Yes, I tried after Art did. It loved it. Yeah. The chickies. Let's see. Where it went? Sauerkraut, apples, pork chops. Ooh, that sounds delicious. Okay, they don't need to eat for 25 hours. Okay, so Nurse Kimberly, okay. Okay, so 25. See, I thought that it said online, several people said 72 hours. He said that's how they're able to ship chicks in the mail, that they don't need to eat for 72 hours. So 24 hours, okay. I gotta figure that out. I can babysit them, so they'll be okay. Okay, so Nurse Cameron said they should be okay. Bardoff, that's a long way to come in, and it's also on Easter. That's the worst part. It's on Easter, so people are going to be hanging with their family on Easter. So we did a bad job planning this. We should have thought through this. Okay, so Nurse Kim, thanks for offering the help. We'll figure something out. Okay, so let's see. Seriously, I have a broody mama now, and I know that you have experience, Nurse Kimball. You've offered so much great advice over the years. So the busy little house, you're back. You need to go watch the movie with your husband. But I'm glad that you hung out with us. So drop plants. So transplanting. Yes. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. You and Kelly are a little. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So, okay. I think I'm okay. Although I was good until learning more about flame returners in the bed. Okay. Sorry, meant the yolks feed them for 24 hours. Yes, 72 hours. Okay, good. Okay, good. So I think if they're okay for 72 hours, we should be good. Yeah, got to figure that out. Okay, so going back and stuff from the homestead. So the green stock garden is doing good. The seedlings are sprouting. I need to show y'all some stuff on that. I think I missed some of the pots, some of the spaces, so I need to reseed some of those. But it's working, doing good. Nothing's like really huge, but just some of the seeds have sprouted, so that's good. We are hopefully we got some really heavy rain over the weekend, so I hope that we're going to start expanding our garden. I don't know if we're going to be able to get the fence in. I don't know. I'm sort of fearful that we're not going to be able to get the fence in before the summer hits and before it gets too hot. So maybe the big fence of the garden will go in the fall. I just don't know if I want to be doing that in the heat of summer here in Texas, but maybe. And also fencing is really expensive, especially whenever we're building a house, without a mortgage. So that's the finances of really investing into the big 1,900 square foot garden fence. I got the posts. That's the thing, is I can do all the posts because I have a ton of cedar trees. I can do that for free. It is just the putting in the fence that I want. I'm not sure what we're going to do that. So I might just get creative and do something. But we have all the wood for our raised garden beds. It's not going to be pretty raised garden beds like Justin Rhodes is doing. It's going to be super duper on the cheap, meaning like free. So we're going to be using all of the scrap lumber that I got for free. We're going to use that up. And then I found a couple of other things. We I totally forgot that I kept a lot of scrap lumber whenever we demoed a deck back in Katy in our old house so that we can sell it. And I have a ton. I mean, I could probably build, 3 garden beds just with some of the scrap lumber that I have from some of that. So a lot of it, and it's all cedar. I think it'll be 4x4 posts and then cedar boards for the actual lumber. So I'm excited about that. It should be really good. Let's see. Let me go back in here. We're hitting the hay. Okay. Bye, Barros. Good night, guys. I'm going to let y'all know. So the last thing I think we're going to be talking about, yes, we do every Monday night here at 8 p.m. Central. And the last thing is for Chippy. So Chip, our puppy, we ended up taking him in for some training. So he's going to be there for a little bit of time. We're kind of bummed about it, but it's really good. With us getting sick, we lost some time with him that we weren't able to really do the right kind of training with Chip. So it's something that we found we found a trainer here in our area that's kind of like a poor man's Cesar Millan. And whenever I say poor man's Cesar Millan, if you ever watch Cesar's show, the dude is like legit. And that's really what this guy is able to do. He spent a lot of time there on 26 acres, and he moved from California here. So he's just now getting his business set up here. I think he probably has a pack of like maybe 12 dogs that Chip can really learn some good social skills. Some of the things that we learned and he spent 3 hours with me training me on how to have a dog. Some of the things that I think we missed with Chip, and I wish that the breeder that we got him from would have told us this, because he was our very first dog ever. You can go. Okay, go ahead. Oh no, we're not going to do that tonight. Okay, go and go potty. Okay, well, we're not going to have that tonight. You can have it tomorrow. I might have to cut this short because we got interrupted. Okay, Ella, go watch. Go upstairs. I'll be up there in a bit. So one thing that we learned that he let us know is that puppies really learn a lot of social skills, but also manners with their puppy mates. And we got Chip whenever he was only 7 weeks old. And when he assessed him, he's like, okay, so that's where some of the issues that we were having with him is that he never learned some of these manners with his puppy mates because we got him so early, and I had no idea. I thought the sooner you get a puppy, the better. I don't know why these people let us take them at 7. It was just not good breeders, I guess. We should have gotten him later. And then he immediately started to see the kids as his litter mates. And that was just some of the things that we messed up some of those things. So he's going to learn, get really socialized. And then he's going to do a lot of really good training. We're going to go back up there whenever we pick him up with the whole family, with the kids, and he's going to really train us there. Hopefully I can talk him into coming to our place to do some training here at our homestead. That would be really good. And we're excited. We miss him, but we're really stoked that he's gonna get the social skills that he needs, and that he's gonna be our family dog forever. And we definitely realize that how committed we are to this guy, because we miss him a lot. He's only been gone for like 24 hours. Yeah. So we talked about that. This is the longest live that we've ever done. And I'm excited that that's the cool thing, is new people are even coming.
Yay.
Yeah. So I talked about
Chippy.
Chippy a little bit, talked about sauerkraut. Talked about the eggs, the fact that we did not do very good timing with our eggs.
I'm just like, Lord, please. Well, and there was something. You probably didn't even read up on this, but on the incubator that we got, some of the concerns were that now I did see the Crockers use the same incubator and it looked like they were good to go.
Yeah.
But some people, I don't know how this happened. Maybe their days and timing were off because the incubator rotates. And as eggs were hatching, it was still rotating.
Oh no.
But I think it sounded like maybe this was like a rare few. This might have happened to, but I was like, dang.
No. I think they were saying that they fall into it. I think they redesigned this one.
Oh, really? So
I think this is. Version? I looked at. There was some issues with this model
because it was like it was still rotate. So that's a little bit of a panic because I'm like, dang, we can't lose birds because I'm going to sing in Katy.
Yeah, maybe I'll just kidding. We're going. It's gonna be good.
We're going. Wayne Kerr, don't freak out.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up, guys, here in a bit. Okay, let's see. Good night, Nurse Kimberly. I'm gonna go.
They sound really happy.
Yes. Okay, Tara. So sorry, you're just now jumping on, and we're going. Hi. I think we're going to be popping off. This has been, I've been on for an hour and 46 minutes. We're going to
scream in just a sec.
Yeah. The kids got to hit the hay.
They do.
This is so good. We went an update. So go back and watch this if you're just now hopping on to learn about all the essential oils for hormones for the entire family. Kelly did an amazing job. And then watch it to the end, and we give you a little bit of an update on our homestead.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Thanks so much for being on here. We think it's better together because you're here, and we're really glad that we get to share these Monday evenings with you. So every day I'm oiling. Mondays, come back here. There's a child's hand in this shot right now.
Renee, yes. Sorry you did miss the giveaway, but you need to come back on next Monday night, and every Monday night we'll be doing a giveaway. Okay, the kids are tired. We gotta get them to bed. Okay, we'll see y'all. Good night. Good night, guys. Bye.
Good night. Talking with your words.